This trade relationship between the United States and China, it's so complex, isn't it?
I mean, frankly, it's the biggest and most complex economic relationship between two countries in the history of humanity. Donald Trump has just escalated again tariffs on China as he's done a stunning back down on tariffs against the rest of the world.
Jumping a little bit out of line, they were getting yippy, you know? They were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid. Somebody had to do what we did, and I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China.
That's left China the outlier in Trump's tariff Armageddon. There was all these things going around the Chinese internet yesterday and in Chinese state media about measures that were coming. It was signalled, we knew that Beijing would respond, but that it would respond on that kind of scale, that was not signalled by anyone in China. I mean, these decisions are being made by Xi Jinping, and he doesn't do, you know, he's not Donald Trump. He doesn't talk to people on Fox News or their equivalent at CCTV about what he should do or how things are going. And right now, they're still in the worsening stage. I mean, Trump's ramped up tariffs again on China. My expectation is China will come back again. Xi Jinping and Donald Trump are both determined to be the strong man, to not look weak, to not back down.
These countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything. I'll do anything, sir.
They're both megalomaniacs, right? So advising each of them that you're doing the wrong thing or your strategy's not working is a very brave, well, frankly, it's a career-ending decision in both the Trump court and in the Xi court. A week ago, before Liberation Day, this current scenario would be the worst case scenario. China has the option, which it did do in its first term, of not actually collecting the tariff. So there's some things it needs from America. And what it does is it sets a tariff and then actually its customs just let the product in because they need it. But that doesn't fix that bigger problem of how do you cause pain for America? You know, it's unquestionably a more dangerous place for American firms and even Americans to operate in. The build-up of the People's Liberation Army is a huge driver as well in the security domain. Well, that if let's just say in some magical future there was a perfectly symmetrical trade relationship between China and America, the build-up by the People's Liberation Army is not going to stop freaking out the Pentagon. China's wouldn't stop being the pacing threat for America's military, right? That doesn't change with that. China's, let's say again, in that world where the trade relations are balanced, that's not going to reduce or change in any way China's ambition to reclaim Taiwan, bring it under its control, and it's not going to dull America's concerns about that very scenario. Same with the territorial disputes in the South China Sea. Again, that's just in that domain. Then you go into the cyber world. I mean, China's huge cyber capacity that just keeps growing. But there is also a big ideological component to this. America sees itself as a country of manifest destiny, that it's destined to lead the world. It sees its system as one that others should follow. And, Xi Jinping, he's the president of China, but before that, he's the general secretary of the Chinese Communist Party. And they see America and its political system as potentially an existential threat to it. What Xi's top KPI is not trade relations or economic growth. It's keeping the Chinese Communist Party in power. And so, this trade war, it can spiral into some very ugly places. People are talking about, we need to beware for biological attacks from America. They could send another coronavirus. There's a lot of paranoia swirling around China. There was already, before all this happened, about America's intentions. Everything that's happened in this last week and overnight just completely confirms that conspiratorial idea that America's out to contain China.